G'day there mates, my name is Mr. Magilla-cutti and welcome back once again to my channel. Today we'll be continuing the story of Horizon 2 Forbidden West. Now where we left off in the last episode, we helped Oseram, I can't remember her name as due to my memory, in regards of a seagull she was picking up from the old world. It was a sad one to might be a final message. I don't really know the whole story, but anyway, today we'll be heading further south to finally override the tall neck there. So let's get into it, shall we? Now, a bit of a heads up, I had to redo this video because, long story short, this wasn't a good idea. To put a long story short, I was trying to go after some plow horns for the parts needed to fix the override. That didn't turn out well, so there we are. Also, one more thing I want to mention before I forget. In regards to the bristleback here, no, they don't poop. I don't know why I thought that, but anyway, what the bristlebacks do is they dig up a small salvage from the ground with their mouths there. So yeah, I don't know why I thought they was pooping out everything. So I'm sorry if I sounded childish, but well, sue me. Now since I've already done this video today, I know what we're going to be running into. So run into them again.
Should try using something other than shock ammo.
Okay, so spikes now. Also, I should mention that I'm going to be trying to do a lot of off-screen grinding just so I can have some exercise. Come on, boy. Oh, geez, behemoth. And no, you can't mount a behemoth. Sad, but well, we do. There's a ghost over there. Shell snap the site.
Must be closing in on the city wall.
It's full now.
It's damaged. I should take a closer look.
Yeah.
This looks like us from here. What are they doing here?
Nothing good, I'll say that much. Alright, stay there, boy.
Killed by machines from the look of it.
It ain't that. Alrighty. Yeah, so they were trying to find the anchors here on the tall neck. They didn't really go so well.
That doesn't look good. I should check it out. System reboot. So the override will fix the tarmac. How to get up to it. I should try and find out what the awesome were doing here.
What's wrong, boy? Ah, there's one more of that salvage there.
I still need to find out what went on here. I should take a closer look at that Osram camp.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I know there was a machine around here that was. Ah, here we are. That's a bellow back.
Looks like the Osram used some kind of harpoon to take this machine down. Must have attacked the camp. Maybe my focus can help me figure out why. Find this in my stash later. These Oseram were killed by machines. So the one they took down wasn't alone.
That seems to be the case.
These are tall neck antennas. The Oseram must have stripped them somehow.
Yeah, not the smartest idea.
Harpoon weapon. With anchors. Were they? They were trying to take down that tall neck. So the Oseram wanted to weigh down that tall neck and strip it for parts. The machines must have caught them in the act. I wish there was a way to climb up and inspect the damage. Unless I take down the tall neck myself and try to repair it on the ground.
Not the only option.
Pretty, but at least it'll get fixed.
Alright, so we have to use the harpoons to bring him down. Now, in regard to the tall neck, I think it has an inbuilt silent alarm that signals something.
Hello to you too! What? Me?
There we go. Now, I was about to say, it has this inbuilt silent alarm that signals out to all nearby machine that says that it's in danger. And so every machine comes rushing to its aid to prevent it from being damaged anymore. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the ballista over here since this one's making this round back here because we got interrupted. Now, with the tall neck, you have to aim for those spots on his body that are glowing blue. That's his weak point in his armor.
That sounds like trouble. But I need more anchors. I know the Oseram set up other ballistas in the area. I just gotta use them. There's probably other anchors set up in the area.
I don't really approve of loss of life, but those Oseram really got too greedy for their own good.
Another ballista. And it's got one of the anchors I need.
Thankfully the machines I override don't get that way.
One more should weigh it down enough. More machines. I need to hurry.
Take care of them first.
I gotta use that ballista. I should look for others in the area. I bet a ballista can help me fight these machines.
Not really. God damn it. Now, while I'm doing this... Never mind, I'll talk later. No, that's going to shockwave still. Ow, ow, ow. with that idea. Really hate those buzzards. Alright, I'm mad now. Where's that shock by? Hopefully I still got some shock canisters on his back. Nope, doesn't look like it. Ah.
Gotcha.
Okay, got a shock canister on its back still. There we go. Still got that out of the machine.
I've already used that ballista. I should look for others in the area.
That was a mess and a half. Alright. Now the last ballista is located over here.
That weapon still has an anchor. Let's use it.
And I can still hit this one. Alright, it's coming down. Ah, you little... We got a Bella back.
Sorry about this, big guy.
Right, let's get on top of him to override. This is something, right? Okay, that did some damage to it.
Machines incoming.
1 sec. What happened to that? Where's that bow that I had? Ah, here you are. Okay, if you remember these arrows, they're good for knocking off opponents of machines. I don't have any armor that's good for acid. No, more anointed is probably the best choice. Yeah, so I can knock that palm off. much better than the last time I just faced this thing. Alrighty. Let's pick up these lines that have dropped and we'll be on the way. Thanks for that, Bristleback. Yeah, that came straight from his mouth. They love to roll away, don't they? Bloody hell, how many of you been digging up? Sorry. Why are you doing that? Keep going. Yep, no lab. That's one heck of a name. Kind of reminds me of Cowley Dog, where everyone's located in the middle of nowhere. Am I looking?
Okay. Maybe I should check it out.
Good idea.
Some kind of boss room again? Maybe I'm looking here.
Alrighty. Keep digging up what you can, big guy.
That's not.
Looks like we have company. Why not rest for a moment, friend? Boy, flag. You might want to avoid going too deep into the desert, especially the southwest. One of our scouts ran into some nasty Tanaks down there, the kind that contain machines. He barely made it back alive.
Thanks for letting me know.
Alright, so we're gonna need rebel
Rebels are as
camp.
friendly as ever. I wonder what they're doing this far out in the desert.
Notice machine.
Alright, now I'm gonna use the workbench here real quick. Now I need snap more and bellowback sack webbing. Don't even know how to get that. Okay, I'll grab it again. Definitely need to go after bellowbacks. Well, probably doing it in my spare time. Because I'm gonna have to start going after machine parts and shards in my spare time.
I don't know.
Are you lost?
Spark to steel. Aren't you a jewel in a junk heap?
Excuse me?
Hold the hammer? I know you. You're that Nora. The savior. My savior. Right in the nick of time. The name's Poor Guff Delvesman, chief delver and leader of Poor Guff's expeditioners and purveyors of fine delvewares.
What am I saving you from, exactly?
Death and despair, my steel flame friend. See, this grand expedition here has had a minor setback. Not far from here, there's a secret tunnel. A passage of the old ones, lost and then found. Me and half the crew came through first. The other half was supposed to follow right after. But days later, only one man turned up, shivering like a frog in chill water. Only thing we got out of him was that death and darkness chased them as the tunnel collapsed. Died with his eyes wide, he did.
I've been to the tunnel's eastern side. The way was blocked by rubble. There was also a body. One of your delvers, I guess, but no sign of the rest of the crew.
Keep your voice down, will you? The rest of the crew's already spooked. They're refusing to press on with the delve until they're assured a way out of here.
You lost half your crew and you're worried about the delve.
We gotta make their sacrifice worth something, right? And besides, now that you're here, maybe our sand-stranded days are over. Help me get that tunnel reopened, and I'll cut you in on the delver's fee. What do you say?
Alright.
Was there a Karja traveling with your expedition? A man by the name of Amatus?
We always pick up a few travelers on the road. A Kaja here, Banuk there. Never learn their names, though. They don't stick around long. But I have a scout who might know. Likes the whole getting to know people thing. He's out surveying the area, trying to find some other route out of here. Should be back later, if he doesn't get himself killed.
Right. So this camp, it's your base of operations?
What operations? The plan was to move further south once the rest of the expedition joined us. The delve is right out beyond those dunes. But now the crew refuses to budge until this tunnel mess gets sorted out. They've even given this place a name. Camp Nowhere. I think they're mocking me.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah.
How did you learn about this secret tunnel?
The art of the delve, of course. A delver's only as good as his nose sense for good sights.
Right.
All right, fine. I heard about 3 Osram who knew a way to bypass those bloodthirsty Tanakh. Tap the untouched delves of the West. So then I may have employed someone with the know-how for finding and following.
A spy.
Look, if the rumors are true, there's enough delving to employ a dozen operations. But someone has to take the first plunge, establish a base camp, set up a reliable supply route, guard the site against machines.
Figures the Osram would turn sand into shards, I guess.
Exactly.
Care to explain why I found a bunch of Osram nearby trying to strip a tall neck for parts?
You don't say. So out of all the untouched delves in this desert, they went after a tall neck instead? Guess they weren't that bright after all.
Weren't they part of your expedition?
That's what I thought. But no sooner we got out of this side of the tunnel, they struck out on their own. Turns out, they only joined so they could learn the tunnel's location.
Looks like the secret stayed with them to the grave. They were killed by machines.
Ha! So they got what was owed. Serves them right for meddling with the gentle old tall neck.
Not really what I would say.
What do you know about this area?
Well, north of here you got those vicious Tanakh. I heard rumor they drink blood instead of water. That's how they survive this wasteland. And south, it has it all. Death, desert, and the delve. Imagine, if you will, a vast grave of the old ones. Ruins of twisted metal concealed by the sands. All guarded by storms and machines so fierce that you wish you had a flock of glinthawks swooping down on you instead.
I think
Not
we
even
had
the
to have
Tanakh
at one
venture into
point.
the ruins' depths. Only the bravest explorers dare enter.
Like yourself.
Of course. Eventually.
Eventually.
I'll see what I can do about the tunnel.
Ha! My savior.
For the crew trapped here with you, not your delve.
One and the same.
That it? Over there?
That it is. Oh, and while you're at it, would you mind keeping an eye out for my lockbox? The second crew was supposed to bring the rest of the supplies and belongings. I'd hate to lose it to the wilds. It was hand-carved by my dear old ma.
I'll bring it back if I find it.
I'd appreciate it. Good luck, Still Flame.
Okay, so we got more junk we need to do. Let's do that. Now, I won't be able to do the cauldron in this episode. That's not necessarily a bad thing. This is because this will actually be marching along. My boy here's in busy himself. Okay, I say we just get out of here to get the one over there. And the one like that. That was supposed to go off then. What's the last one? They're buying these guns. this medical thing so I can get my hand on.
No point using fire against that.
And a tough spell attack. Let's avoid it. And a frost spell attack. Regular rat. Oh no, not again. Why is it doing this? I swear, whenever it gets to a certain point, it just... Oh, this happens. Oh!
They don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
Follow across this one. And then I'm out there.
The machine riders from before. Ones who were racing. What are they up to?
I won the race. Hey, you threw a rock in my face. Not like you can get any uglier. Haha. Hey, who are you? Everyone, we got company.
Riding machines, huh? Who taught you to do that?
Hey, squad. We got someone with a death wish here.
Whoa. Look at that hair. What?
Someone get a little lost in the desert?
Hey, what's that thing the Easterners keep saying we do?
Oh, yeah. We all drink blood here, right? Maybe we should drink yours.
You can try.
Is that a challenge?
Cool your blaze, Josek. Don't think you want to test your luck with a soldier that took down Regala's champion. We have no business with you, Outlander. I think we all had our fun. Road's right over there.
Those machines used to be Regalas. But you don't look like holdouts to me. Who are you? How'd you get these mounts?
Around here, you want something, you race for it. You cross that finish line first, I'll answer any questions you have.
Aloy. You got a mount?
Race is full.
What?
Actually, I think a spot just opened up.
Alright. What are the rules?
Don't die.
This ought to be good.
Shut up, Pekka.
Stand there and stuff.
This way, fresh meat. Let's get you that mount.
Okay. And I already said this in my last attempt at this recording, but I'm sure a lot of you others noticed, but there was a show called Top Gear, and they had that bloke on there who wore a completely whole white suit. They called him the Stig. A damn good driver. I think this is what they were trying to do here. Nicely done. Nicely done.
I see you carry a bow. Good. You'll need to use it if you want to win.
Against the other racers?
They will if you don't. We put everything on the line when we get on that track. Makes it worth something. You could test run the track if you want to. Just let me know when you're ready for the real thing.
Now, I was surprised when they actually decided to put actual racing in the game. They definitely turned it up a notch.
I'm ready when you are.
See you on the other side.
One more activities, and I don't think they're just force chanted in there. Thankfully they didn't. Oh, you doing? That's a good idea, man.
I got her!
I got you.
Surprise!
I didn't even use it in the last race. Oh my god, this is just pretty much the Horizon version of Mario Kart. Anything we're missing is the little jingle that's made when it's going on. What do we got here though?
Yeah!
Oh, this is having a lot of fun. Oh, that's them. I'm trying to get the one up on me. Got hit for heck though. Okay, once I get to a straight past the road, I'll aim backwards. Alright, I thought it said R3 to look backwards. Gotta grab that blaze canister.
Yeah!
Ooh,
Yeah, let's go! I did it!
yeah, gotta get it done, ladies and gentlemen.
Here, your prize for winning the race. You earned it.
I think you owe me some answers.
Name's Ata. As for how we got these mounts, most of us here used to be rebels. Joined Regala's army thinking we'd get a chance to fight in a real war against the Karja. Instead, Regala slaughtered our own in cold blood at Barren Light. When we made it back to camp, we snuck out on our mounts and never looked back. Been racing the clan lands ever since. Decided we were better off on our own. No rules, no chiefs. Just the speed of our mounts and the taste of blood.
Doesn't sound too bad, I guess. Where's your quiet friend? The one with the mask. He didn't join the race.
He gave up his spot so you could join. Probably for the best.
What makes you say that?
That one hasn't lost a single race. Doubt you would have gotten your answers if you stuck around.
Maybe.
You know, Hax found a spot to set up a race at the farthest end of lowland territory, right by the beach. Make your way there, maybe there'll be a spot waiting for you.
If I'm in the area, I'll think about it.
Hey, Aloy.
Alright, so
You
we
here to
got
join
racing
the
all
race?
around here. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we got races we can put up here. Road right here, and then we'll head straight into right here. Sorry. I have to see if I can start getting more kills prepared. Avoid them. Alright, that's the plow horn site. And that is where I ended up at the Stig family. So, we will be going after these plow horns, but this time I'm going to be a lot smarter about it. Do I still have the woodcaster equipped? Yes, I do. Hey, you are going to stay there, boy. Whoa! Hey! Whoa, whoa! Let's see if I can get some bishop action this time. Back over there. Alright, put those on my side so I don't have to worry about them. Because the plow horns here are passive. They want to attack you and let the vote. Which? Let's march in, climb down. Now they got adhesive in that canister, so I need to... Whoa. Hey, what the heck? Where did you come from? That? I wish I knew that soon. One down. Again. There we go. Bloody hell. Falling with the heat of it just slows it down. It's the hardest one to get out of the way. Alright, that's the horns knocked off. Might as well put some more in there. Wrong weapon. I need to start using this a lot more. Really helps. But I'm just a big gun, so what do you expect? I'm not sure what that green filter on my back does. Whoa. Okay, that was purge water. What about the other one? No, right, I didn't forget about it, just... These things take a lot of time. Are you down again? Just give me 2 secs, sorry. I want to find out what those... Yeah. Tail clamp. Tail canister. Ah, okay.
With just that.
Seeing the canister open. Where are you going? I'm not sure what's going. Alright. Start looting and getting the flip out of it. Now once we make our way to the cauldron and the campfire that's closest to the cauldron, we'll start heading back towards the base. I'll scatter the town, and I'm not complaining.
Lucky find.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I definitely need to start using these a lot more. And it looks like our bristleback friends have been busy here. There's all the salvage.
I can get it from my stash later.
Alright, so we got another horn over here. And that's 7. So that's pretty much all the plow horn horns. Well, let's try saying that 5 times fast. Alrighty, follow the path here, and it will lead us here. Now, when I finish this episode, I might start doing some, I know I'm probably repeating myself again, but I will be doing some hunting for machine parts and shards to actually start buying equipment and upgrading my weapons. Now, with that in mind, I won't be going after machine parts, machines I have yet to see yet. So you don't have to worry about that. And I will probably have a revenge again later on, but there's still one more campfire. We'll head to that one, and then we'll...
My data indicates you are near a cauldron. Accessing its core may provide you with additional machine overrides. I have marked its location in your focus.
Thanks, Gaia.
Okay, as Guy said, I need a cauldron, but sadly not going to do it right now. Right, let's fast travel back to the base. Now, in regards to the shard firing, it also counts as fun for EXP. What you do is head towards the shelter right here, in this part of the map here, and you go down to the Thunderjaw here and start hunting down. Because apparently there's a rock that patrols around, which serves as a good way to avoid its melee attacks. I'll have to show that off in a video, probably in the next episode, if we have time after the cauldron. But we'll see, we'll see. There's the underground there. Where's the? Ah, here we are. There's fast travel here, thank you. I think this episode is a lot better than what I did in the last one. Minus me dying. Oh, you got some more info for me.
I see you, champion. Sit, please. If you're ever in need of a quick refuge, there's an ancient tunnel north of here that machines tend to avoid. I scouted it many times trying to find a way further in, but the way is blocked. Whatever the 10 had in there, they kept it locked away.
Thanks for letting me know.
The dry yarn. New room.
Ancient tunnel, huh? Might be a good idea to take a look around if I'm in the area.
I don't really have that much charge, so I better hold on to them for now. Oh yeah, another thing. The cauldron that we were looking at, it's actually the one needed to override Force Striders. Although we probably will only get a partial data for it, rest is corrupt. But that is actually still a good first step. Righty, back in.
Oh, Aloy. Your Karja friend came through. She went to that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
So she's been busy.
Aloy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. You sure you're okay being alone in here?
I have Gaia. And learning how to interpret the glyphs of the old ones, it keeps me occupied.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Not easy leaving the tribe.
You mentioned you've been teaching yourself how to read?
Yes. GAIA was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected, and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids, but Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. So you've been talking to GAIA?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
It's a bit technical.
Did GAIA tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
Yeah, well, I just feel so self-important.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already. I need to go, but if you need anything, you can contact me through your focus.
I'll keep that in mind.
And so we learned a bit more story about our dear friend here. Anyway, that's not gonna have to do it for today's episode. I'm sorry it took a bit longer than I thought it would. Nothing at the moment. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me.
Where have I seen this before?
I'm just gonna quickly go to the fabrication room and then yeah. So again, that's gonna
Looks like
do it
this
for me.
room's changed. Is that your doing, GAIA?
Yes. I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
Thank you very much for that. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and show support for the channel. Very much appreciate that. Now, with that being said, I better get going. So thank you all again, and I hope you all have a very wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and drive safely out there, people. Bye-bye, take care, and have a good time.